Hello and welcome to this bonus episode of the Gazette's Hockey Inside Out Show. I'm Stu Cowan of the Gazette, and I'm joined by my regular partners here, former Canadiens teammates and 1986 Stanley Cup champions, Chris Nilan and Rick Green. Guys, the Canadiens play 5 sets of back-to-back games over the next month, including 2 afternoon games this Friday and Saturday in Las Vegas and Colorado. Knuckles, how hard is that kind of schedule, and how difficult is it to change your routine and play afternoon games?
It certainly can be difficult. You know, you look at, listen, with Olympic gear and cramming the games in and all this time off they're going to have during the Olympics, most of the guys, they're going to have to fit it in the schedule. And, you know, they're not the only team that does it, so you're going to have to find a way. You know, that's bottom line. And come on, let's talk about, you know, it's not like they're traveling commercial, okay? They get on a nice plane, nice meal, everything. It still can be difficult, but they've taken a lot of the misery out of it when it comes to travel.
Yeah, you guys didn't fly charters, right?
You know, you're not staying in a Red Roof Inn, for Christ's sake, you know? You're staying in a nice hotel, nice bed, get your rest, get up, suck it up, and get ready to go, babies. That's it. You're not gonna get me to shed any tears for that.
Well, it's funny because Jake Evans, whose wife gave birth to twins, I was asking him about the road trip, and he said, "I can't wait. I'm hoping to sleep 12 hours when I get into Utah with the change and stuff like that." But Rick, did you like afternoon games when you were a player?
I didn't mind it. It basically forced me to be home earlier the night before instead of staying out past 11. But no, you just, you know. You get the game done, and then you're able, you know, unlike today where they have meals prepared for them right after the games, we would get together as a group to go out for dinner after the game was played, and that was good, and get ready for the next one. So it's a little different when it comes to your meal. Obviously, in the morning, eating something a little different, but everybody does it, and you modify and do whatever you have to do to prepare yourself, because it's a league thing, and it's what it is.
Well, I know a lot of it is just habit, right? Knuckles, guys, you know, regular game, it's a night game. It's a morning skate, go home, have a nap, get up, go back to the rink, get ready. I know you had some routines you had before the game that involved Guy Lafleur.
Yeah, I used to go in early. You know, 8 o'clock game, I'd be there at 4. Guy was already there at 3. You know, I couldn't stay home. I couldn't sit home and relax. I had to get out the door. I'd wake up, boom, see you later. I'm heading to the rink. And, you know, Guy, it was fun. I would be there with Guy, and, you know, he'd have a couple of Shan shows maybe and some chips, sip on a Coke. Then we'd have a Coke and a smoke, and then a coffee, and away we go, ready for the game. I couldn't eat hot dog before the game like him. I never did that. I don't know. He was special.
You guys used to tape your sticks together too before the game, and the whole bit?
Yeah, I used to bring out a dozen sticks and lean on them all. He'd break probably 5 of them, you know, in the room. Like, because he just put everything, all his weight behind it, and he didn't want it to break during the game. So he'd break them in the room. Snap, snap.
Rick, what was your game day routine when you were a player?
Tried to get a little bit of food in me, and then I had to have my snooze. I had to get the an hour and a half in. My room had to be dark because my old roommates used to laugh because I would bring a real large winter coat because some of the drapery in some of the hotel's room was too short, so I'd have to lay my jacket to block out the room. But the sleep for me was critical, and just felt refreshed and ready to go with a decent sleep. And again, you just did what you had to do and prepare for the game.
Knuckles.
Yeah, you know, Greeny liked to sleep, but you know that was critical for him. Critical for us was trying to wake him up before the warm up ended.
That's classy. Oh, so what was your post-game routine then, Knuckles? That must have been a little more fun.
Da Vinci's, Yeah, it's crazy. I went to other teams and guys drink. We never had alcohol in the room. Okay, you win the Stanley Cup. Okay, you can drink in the room. That's great. Everyone can have a few beers. But when I went to other teams, like everybody, they had beer. The Rangers, the Bruins, and the beer after the game. And I couldn't. Everybody said, "Hey, you want a beer?" I could never drink right after the game. I just couldn't. I had to drink water. But after I hydrated a little bit, I caught up pretty quickly. But we used to go to Da Vinci's a lot with Sam and the boys and Aldo and Joe. We used to go in there and sit around, have a bite to eat, drink a few beers, and talk about the great game we just played or the shitty one.
So, Rick, you're also an assistant coach for a long time. What's the game day routine for coaches?
Well, I think lots of video preparation, right? You just very seldom, and you're going to probably see that obviously with this stretch that's coming Canadiens' way, is a lot of quick video, presentations. On ice stuff really doesn't happen. It's not going to happen. It's a rest situation mentally and physically, but you cover each and every game with what you need to do to prepare the guys with video stuff, and you keep it short and sweet because after a while they get tuned out. They don't want to see it anymore. They know what they need to do other than a couple key points, but short and sweet, and play the game and move on.
Yeah, I know. Well, now the veterans don't have roommates anymore, right? They have their own room. Knuckles, would you have liked that, or did you like having a roommate back in your days?
I liked having a roommate. I didn't bother me. I mean, me and Cobb were good roommates. I certainly enjoyed it. But, would I have, I suppose I could have tried it.
Was Larry your roommate, Rick?
Yeah, we got together usually in the playoffs, and Sabota, he was my guy during the regular season. He was the one that said, "Did you bring your winter jacket to cover up the bottom of the window?" And we had a lot of fun. So it's it's not a bad thing having a roommate, providing that you don't mind the similar.
Provided he's not an asshole.
Yeah, basically.
Well, Knuckles, talk about routines. Did you have like a favorite a regular pregame meal you ate all the time, or did you didn't eat hot dogs as you said like Guy?
Mostly chicken and pasta. Something light. Nothing heavy. Yeah, I remember they Serge brought in a nutritionist, and the guy weighed about 300 pounds. We're in New York, right? He's up there telling us how to eat, right? And, telling us you need really get your energy for a game. So funny, you talk about get up and have a big breakfast and, don't worry, pancakes, whatever. So the next day I get up, I eat pancakes, eggs, bacon, everything. I got out on the ice and I couldn't move. I was like, what the hell? I just felt so bad. And, I said, that's out the window. I ain't listening to that guy. No way.
Well, fans are going to have to change their schedules a little bit this weekend also because I said Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon games because of the U.S. Thanksgiving holidays. I'll give some fans some more fun to have fun Friday night, Saturday night, doing something different or watching another game, whatever you prefer to do. Anyway, that's it for this bonus episode. We'll have 2 more bonus episodes coming up over the next few days, so look for them. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel.